What is your notion of personal success?
Yeah, it's a very personal question, I guess. For me, it's I think being able to run a business and be able to run a business and not be successful for one quarter, but to build things that are foundations and that layer on top of each other. So I've always looked at businesses in terms of, are you building something this year that you can build upon next year? The only way you can really move a business forward is if you actually think about building in layers. So you need to put foundations in place in perhaps in what you consider to be year one. You've got to be able to build on top of that in year one. If all you do in year two is redo the whole thing again, you never really truly build success.
Yes.
You never really move forward. All you do is do the same thing again next year and you create a lot of noise. So for me, personal success is about being able to build a long-term plan towards sustainable growth. So not just what can you do in the quarter, right? Anybody can have a successful quarter. Can you really build the right structure and foundations to create long-term growth? I get more pride and more satisfaction and more personal enjoyment out of doing that.
Do you find that strategy translates to other parts of your life too?
Yeah, good question. Does it translate? I think it does in some ways. I'm somebody that personally that really likes to think things through. So I'm a fan of doing really good, solid research, and I think sometimes that annoys my wife a lot. So I'll rarely make a snap decision on something that I think is important. I'd rather think it through and have some time and investigate it and look at it from 97 different angles. Not for very small decisions, because you should just make those on the snap basis. But yeah, some of it translates, and maybe not always in a good way.
Do you practice living an integrated life, or do you hold your professional persona separate to your other you?
No, I think that, I don't know, I think to be authentic, there really only should be one you, right? And I mean, there is only one me. I think you do try and find separation sometimes to make sure that you get quality time with family and with friends, but there's so much bleed over now between work and personal life. I mean, there's no, truly, there's not really any such thing now as a holiday as it used to be deemed, when you used to go away for 2 weeks or perhaps even 3 weeks, and you wouldn't take a laptop and you wouldn't take a mobile phone. Now those things have changed, so there's a natural bleed over, and also I think it's important to be authentic. Trying to find little pockets of time when you can get away completely is more important to me. So I'd create separation from a time point of view, not from a who I am point of view.
Yeah, I think the congruency almost directly impacts the authenticity, doesn't it?
Totally. I think that there has to be just one you, right? But man, sometimes you need to get away. So sometimes the phone has to go off, even if it's only for 3 or 4 hours.